জয় রাধা মাধব জয় কুঞ্জ বিহারী। জয় গোপী জনবল্লভ জয় গিরিবরধারী জয় গিরিবরধারী। জয় গোপী জনবল্লভ জয় গিরিবরধারী জয় গিরিবরধারী। যশোদানন্দন ব্রজ জনরঞ্জন যশোদানন্দন ব্রজ জনরঞ্জন যমুনা তীর বনচারী যমুনা তীর বনচারী। জয় রাধা মাধব জয় কুঞ্জ বিহারী। জয় রাধা মাধব জয় কুঞ্জ বিহারী। হরে কৃষ্ণ হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম হরে রাম 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 হরে হরে। হরে কৃষ্ণ হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে। হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে। হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে। Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Jai Giridhari ki. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. लग रहा होगा Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nidha Pama Ga 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 Ni Ni Sa Sa. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Radha Krishna Chandra Radha Krishna Chandra Radhe. Jayo Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jayo Nitai Gauranga. Jayo Jayo Prabhupada 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 Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Stotra Shri Srimad Divine Grace Abhay Charan Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Stotra Shri Srimad Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naranchaiva Narotamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiraye Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 20th chapter, text number 1. Name of the chapter is Conversation between Maitreya and Vidura. Shaunaka uvacha Mayim pratishtitam adyasya Saute swayambhuvo manuho Kani anvatishtadvarani Margayavara janmanam. Shaunaka uvacha Mayim pratishthitamadhyasya Svate Saute swayambhuvo manuho Kani anvatishtadvarani Margayavara janmanam. Shaunaka uvacha Mayim pratishthitamadhyasya Saute swayambhuvo manuho Kani anvatishtadvarani Margayavara janmani. What word meaning? Shaunakaha. Shaunaka. Uvacha. Said. Mahim. The earth. Pratishtitam. Situated. Adhyasya. Having secured. Saute. O Suta Goswami. Swayambhuvaha. Swayambhuva. Manuhu. Manu. Kani. Bought. Anvatishtat. Performed. Dvarani. Ways. Margaya. To get out. Avara. Later. Janmanam. Of those to be born. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Sri Shaunaka inquired, O Suta Goswami, after the earth was again situated in its orbit, what did Swayambhuva Manu do to show the path of liberation to persons who were to take birth later on? Please repeat the translation. Sri Shaunaka inquired, Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Chandra Shri Shri Nitaya Gauranga Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. O Suta Goswami, after the earth was again situated in its orbit, what did Swayambhuva Manu do to show the path of liberation to persons who were to take birth later on? Purport. The appearance of the Lord as the firstborn incarnation occurred during the time of Swayambhuva Manu, whereas the present age is in the period of Vaivasvata Manu. Each Manu's period lasts 72 times the cycle of 4 ages, and one cycle of ages equals 4,320,000 solar years. Thus 4,320,000 into 72 solar years is the reign of one Manu. In each Manu's period, there are many changes in many ways, and there are 14 Manus within one day of Brahma. It is understood here that Manu creates scriptural regulations for the salvation of the conditioned souls who come to the material world for material enjoyment. The Lord is so kind that any soul who wants to enjoy in this material world is given full facility for enjoyment, and at the same time he is shown the path of salvation. Shaunaka Rishi therefore inquired from Suta Goswami, what did Swayambhuva Manu do after the reinstatement of the earth in its orbital situation? Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Shaunaka uvacha mahim pratishthitamadhyasya saute swayambhuvo manuhu kanyanvatishthadvarani margaya vara janmani. You can see Shaunaka is inquiring from Suta Goswami that after Lord Varaha brought back the earth planet from the ocean and placed it back in its orbital path. The earth was lost in the depth of the ocean. So the Lord Varaha appeared, killed Hiranyaksha and placed it back. It's like recovering a stolen item from the thief. The thief who had stolen it has been killed and all the stolen items were given back to its original owner. Similarly, the position of the earth. Lord Brahma had created this entire universe and nobody should tinker with that creation. Lord Brahma has created it on the directions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Tene Brahma Hridayadi Kavayaha. Lord Brahma was instructed through his art about creation. So this creation has a direct hand of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the earth was placed in its orbital path back by the Lord himself. And post that year, Shaunaka Muni is asking, Shaunaka Rishi is asking Suta Goswami, okay, the Lord now placed the earth on its orbital path. Post that, what did Swayambhuva Manu do to show the path of liberation to persons who were to take birth later on? Because the ruler of this planet is Manu. And the ruler at that point of time was Swayambhuva Manu. And the question that Shaunaka Rishi is asking, you can see the consciousness of the great sage. What is the sage asking? There was a disaster that has happened. Right? The disaster is, there was an attack on the earthly planet. And from that disaster, it has been recovered and brought and placed back into the orbital path. And post that, the ruler of that planet is Swayambhuva Manu. So Shaunaka is saying, post this disaster and subsequent restoration of the earth in its original place, what did the king of the earth, of this universe, Swayambhuva Manu, do in order to show people the path of liberation who are going to take birth later on? Generally, what happens? Say earthquake happened, tsunami happened, floods happened, fire happened, big billions and thousands of people have died. And then after this earthquake, tsunami, next question after that, generally if you see people, news channels, what will they show? What will they talk about? What is the thing that they will do? All the news channels, all the media, all the politicians, what will they say? We are working to help you build your houses. We are working to help you build all the roads. We are helping you to build all the infrastructure back. We are helping you. We are going to do this. We are going to do that. This is the normal way in which the world will react to such kind of disasters. Now here, what was the disaster that has happened here? The entire earth was submerged in the ocean. And then it was recovered. And then Shaunaka is asking, what, Suta Goswami? Now that the earth has been placed back, he is asking, what is the question that he is asking? He is asking, Mayim pratishtita madhyasya saute swayambhuvo manhu. What is the question he is asking? He is asking, Kani Kani anvatishta dvarani margaya vara janmanam. He's asking, please tell now that the earth has been restored back. Please tell what is Swayambhuva Manu going to take steps? What steps is he going to take to ensure that living entities think about the path of liberation? He is not thinking, oh, the earth which was there, now all the buildings would have fallen. We have to restore the buildings. We have to restore the roads. We have to restore people's homes. None of that. What is the Shaunaka is asking? What is Swayambhuva Manu going to do with respect to the path of spiritual practice? The ultimate goal of spiritual practice, how is Swayambhuva Manu going to restore it? This is the question that Shaunaka is asking. If somebody, say in somebody's house, a father dies, a husband dies. In their house, you say, somebody's house, their father has died, their son has died. And supposing we go to their house, and then we ask, who is going to guide you spiritually? What will they say? They will say, first you ask, who is going to give us money for our life? Who is going to give us emotional support to our life? Who is going to give this? That's what people are expecting. Their idea of compassion, their idea of sympathy means what? Sympathy is what? Recognizing the material difficulties that person is undergoing. Like for example, sometimes when a devotee joins a temple, what is it coming to join for? He is coming to join, he is taking the path of nivritti. He is taking the path of liberation. He is joining the temple to practice Krishna consciousness, which will lead him to the highest perfection of nivritti. But generally when parents come, who is going to take care of us? Who will be there for us? Who will be there for us in our old age? Who is going to give us money? Who is going to take care of the family? Who is going to do this? You can see how much degraded consciousness Kali Yuga has created. Here, in this context, the earth is being restored back. And the first question is, Shaunaka is not asking whether buildings you go to recreate, roads you are going to create, houses you are going to create, people's economic situation are you going to help. None of that. First question he is asking is, please tell us. Sutta Goswami, who is reciting Bhagavatam, is saying, please tell us what is Swayambhuva Manu going to do in terms of guiding people towards the path of Krishna consciousness or the path of Nivritti Marg. Not Pravritti Marg. Building houses, building roads, building all these things is the Pravritti Marga. Whereas here he is not asking any of those things. He is asking, please tell me what is he going to do in this direction? What steps is he going to do? What, like for example, in a news conference, if something happened, some disaster happened, if you have a news conference, what will the press people ask? Bataiye, kitna jaldi aap building banayenge? Please tell us how far you will build the buildings. Please tell us how far you will do this, how far you will do that, how much money you are going to give the people. Any press fellow in this age and time, will he ask? Or if he asks, please tell us how are you going to establish Krishna consciousness after this disaster? Will anybody ask? If he asks, that press fellow will be told, please send him to mental hospital. He doesn't deserve to be here. He has no idea of what is really happening. Exactly this is the situation. As preachers of Krishna consciousness, our situation is exactly the same situation. When we go and tell people that please take up spiritual life, please come engage in Krishna consciousness, please come and serve Radha Krishna, please come and chant Krishna's name, please come for Sankirtana, what is the people's response? What is the people's response? Swamiji, we have much more important things to do in our life. We have far more important. My wife, my child, my this one, he will give you hundreds of reasons. He says, Swamiji, this is not at all important. We don't have time for this kind of hobbies. You know, I remember once in Bangalore, I was life membership preacher. So I went to one, we were doing suddenly like this, I walked into one house and then there was one man. And when he saw me, he was angry. I said, we have come from the temple and we are doing this. Yeah, so he looked at me very cold and he told me, you have come because you have no work. Exactly, you have come because you have no work. And I have no time because I have work. He told me, you have come because you have no work. And I have no time to talk to you because I have work. So you see, what is work? By the grace of Srila Prabhupada, by the grace of Srimad Bhagavatam, we are able to understand how foolish that man is. If not, he is a rich man, big house, everything. Just because of Srila Prabhupada's instruction, we understand how foolish that person is. He has no idea of what is real work. What is real work means? Dharma. What is real dharma? Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Dharmam tu sakshat is not indriya pranitam. His idea of work means what? Idea of work means satisfying me and my senses. That is not dharma. Dharma means what? Using your senses to serve the Lord of our senses. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam. That is perfection. Not the other way around. So, here, just imagine the first question that Shaunaka Rishi, after hearing the pastime, the earth was devastated by Hiranyaksha. It underwent great devastation. And post-devastation, generally people ask, restoration. Restorations of all these XYZ things. But because of lack of Krishna consciousness, restoration is limited only to the physical dimension. There is no spiritual understanding. There is no spiritual conception. Whereas Shaunaka Rishi is an elevated sage. Because when the earth was devastated, both material and spiritual was destroyed. But a karmi can only imagine or limit himself to understanding the material restoration of things. He cannot go beyond the trajectory of matter. Whereas a spiritually conscious person, a Krishna conscious person thinks, yes, it has been destroyed. I need to restore. First what? The spiritual aspect of restoration. The direction of human purpose of life should be restored back. And in those contexts, what is the actions that the king of this universe, Swayambhava Manu, is going to take? As Krishna conscious practitioners, we also need to always think in this angle. How I can restore my Krishna conscious mood back. If Krishna is there with me, all success will automatically follow. So if there is anything lacking, if I am feeling something lacking, what should I do? How my mind, my intelligence, everything should work in this direction, that how to bring back Krishna into my life more and more and more. There is some components in my life where Krishna is missing. And the current suffering, the current pain, the current turbulent phase of my life, the only reason for that is Guru and Krishna is missing. What is more? My ahankara is more, my lust is more, my greed is more, my envy is more. I am overwhelmed by all these things. That is why I am facing misery. And this is exactly what Narada instructs Vyasa also. When Vyasadeva is feeling morose, the person who has compiled all the Vedic literatures, he is feeling morose. Narada instructs him. The only reason you are feeling morose is what? Because you have not brought Krishna's glorification into your mind, thought, and work. All aspects. As soon as you bring the glorification of Krishna into your life, into your work, you will feel totally different. Prasanna manasa chetasa na anyagamina. Na, without diversion, without being, without your mind going into various other aspects. If you simply focus on Krishna, then you will become prasanna manasa chetasa. But if you are constantly doing khichdi, putting all kinds of things into your head, then you will not be prasanna manasa chetasa. You may be able to get material, name, fame, glory, everything, but you will not be a liberated soul. You will be a half-baked potato. Not very tasty. If you want taste, then Srimad Bhagavatam's understanding you must adopt in my life. That's why Bhagavatam is described Nigama kalpataror galitam fagalam shukhamukad amrita drava samyutam pibata bhagavata rasamalayam murhavo rasika bhuvibhavukaha. Srimad Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit created by Shukadev Goswami, which has come out of the mouth of Shukadev Goswami, and is pouring out like nectar. Shukamukhat amrita drava samyutam. And what the nectar is flowing out of Shukadev Goswami, Pibata Bhagavata Rasamalayam Muravo Rasikabu Bhavuka. And if somebody can consume that amrita, that nectar, what is flowing out of Shukadev Goswami's mouth, if somebody can consume that, then what happened? He will become Rasiko Bhavi Bhavuka. He becomes filled with ecstasy. This is the ultimate purpose. There are so many things in this universe. Unlimited knowledge is there, material, spiritual, half material, half spiritual, everything, different kinds of things are there. You should be smart. You should be smart to pick the best. You can pick. In this material world, everybody is provided independence. You can pick whatever you want, but you should be smart. So many abstract things people put their mind into. It's got abstract, sometimes abstract also is very beautiful. People say, oh, it's so beautiful. Yes, it's beautiful. When you go into a marketplace, there are so many things to buy. If you go into a supermarket, there are hundreds and thousands of items there. Everything looks very interesting. But what is smartness? What you need, you pick. You don't have to pick anything and everything. You will pick many things which has of no consequence at all. Sometimes people who are shopaholics, they will keep buying, but they'll never again touch it also. It will be lying there. They have money in their pocket, they will buy. And sometimes, at least people who have money, they will buy. Sometimes people who have no money in their pocket, they will buy. Take loan also and buy. And then what do? Suffer. Oh, you have to pay loan also now. I didn't have to buy this at all. Both are mad. Somebody who has lot of money, but he has no need, but still he will buy. And he will not use it also. He will just be thrown. And there are people who have no money, but will buy, taking loan and then suffer. We have to choose. Life is very short. We have no time for everything. This human existence is a very short period of time to achieve something else. Prabhupada says, just chant Hare Krishna and be happy. We cannot think about big things. In Kali Yuga, it is all not possible. We will be abstract person, confused person, no clarity of mind, no understanding of anything, no clear thoughts, nothing. You can see people. They will talk Vedanta, they will talk this, they will talk that, but you can see simple thing, understanding the difference between spirit and body. They have no idea. Basic concept is not there. Nirvana, big talks. And you see their life. You tell them, you give up meat eating, they will get angry. Oh, why you're identifying? You are telling about our food also. What is it got to do? No, they cannot understand. They are driven by ego. They cannot take one thing from their another person's instruction. You give up meeting, you give up gambling, you give up intoxication. No, I want to live the way you want. Arey, what you are talking? We need to come out of this Ahankara platform. You cannot chant Krishna's name. That is the reason. We are not able to chant Krishna's name because of this Ahankara. We are not able to engage in Krishna's service because of our false egos. There is no other reason. So we must understand what is the real purpose of our life. What is the real purpose of our life? And keep reiterating to ensure that we move in that direction. And we all have seen this. What a struggle it is. In spite of knowing what the purpose of our life is there anybody here who doesn't feel following the path of Krishna consciousness is not a struggle? We all know this is what is the way forward. But yet, kama, krodha, mada, lobha, ahankara, all these kind of things are misleading us to a different path. And we are not able to practice even or after understanding what is the real path that we need to go forward in. It's a very big challenge. It's a very big challenge. Because these habits, these thought processes, this catering to our ahankara, catering to the demands of our senses, is not a new invention for us. We have been carrying out these activities from many, many lifetimes. And those lifetimes influence our current activities. Although we have taken the path of Krishna consciousness, although we are trying to follow the path of Nivriti, our Pravriti margas are overwhelming our current thought processes. So that is why Srimad Bhagavatam is saying, the only way you can overcome all these kind of anarthas is Tivrena Bhakti Yogena Ejeta Purusham Param. We must strictly follow the practice of bhakti, Tivrena, with great emphasis and force. If we can pursue Krishna's bhakti, only then we will be able to overcome this kind of a thing. When we say you perform, like Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Mameva ye prapadyante mayame tam tarantite. You see how Krishna is stressing? Krishna is saying, Mameva ye prapadyante. Think only of me and move forward. Sarva dharman parityajya. Mamekam sharanam raja. Surrender only to me. Krishna is not saying surrender to this, that, this. Why? Because we can get diverted. We will simply get lost. We will be lost. We must be very, very seriously focused to surrender to Krishna and Krishna alone. Sometimes when we speak like this, people think these are fanatic people. Just like we say, yes, we are fanatic, but we are not foolish. We are fanatic about Krishna. We are fanatic to serve Krishna, but we are not foolish. We recognize the independent nature. If somebody doesn't want to do, we are not going to force. Yes, but we are going to guide. We are going to tell. Just like we say our children, do this. If they are not willing to do, what can be done? They will suffer, they will learn. Maybe some people, even after suffering, they will not learn. What can be done? That is the way this world is designed to be. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, nai. Shankaracharya himself is saying, don't worry, what can be done? They will take repeated birth and death. But all I can tell is, you fools and rascals, please chant Krishna's name. You will achieve perfection. Yet the followers of Krishna, of Shankaracharya themselves, don't follow Shankaracharya. They will find other ways, other aspects of what Shankaracharya has told. This he told, that he told. The spiritual master, according to seeing the disciple, sometimes he makes concessions. But an intelligent disciple means what? He picks up the core lessons from a spiritual master. Why they are not able to pick? Ankara. Mainly is our ego. I know. You don't know. It is your mind which is telling I know. It is your intelligence, it's your fake intelligence which is telling I know. It's your senses which is telling you I know. Recognize it, no. That is why we say you need devotee association to help you come out of this false thinking that you have. If you are in the association of devotees, they can guide you. They will come out of this, man. You're playing a game. You're fooling yourself. You're cheating yourself. We will not. So we must recognize that how great it is to see that the great acharyas, no matter what situation, they are always focused on the ultimate aim of life. Whether they themselves and the rest of the living entities, how they are progressing in the ultimate aim of life. And you can see in this particular purport, Prabhupada is mentioning that how the span of Manu, what is the span of Manu? So Swayambhava Manu, now the current age is of Vaivasvata Manu. The current ruler of this planet is Vaivasvata Manu. There are 14 Manus. Out of that, our current is Vaivasvata. He is the 7th Manu. The different Manus are Swayambhuva, Swarochisha, Uttama, Tamasa, Raivata, Chakshusha, Vaivasvata. The 7th Manu is Vaivasvata. After this, we have Savarni, Daksha Savarni, Brahma Savarni, Dharma Savarni, Rudra Savarni, Deva Savarni, and Indra Savarni. And these 14 Manus comprise one day of Lord Brahma. And we are currently in the 51st year of Brahma. Because it is the 7th Manu is exactly half. So, we are in the 51st, that means the current Brahma is 51 years old. That is why we say this 51-year-old is called Shvetavaraha Kalpe, Vaivasvata Manvantare. We say, no, we check the upacharas when we do. We say Shvetavaraha Kalpa. This is Shvetavaraha Kalpa. Currently we are doing in Shvetavaraha Kalpa. So one Kalpa. So one day of Brahma is 14 Manvantaras. And 14 Manvantaras is one Kalpa. So there is a totally different scale of time. There is everything is totally, like for example in modern day, how we have understood the various units of time. We say a second, nanoseconds to seconds, seconds to minutes, minutes to hours, hours to days, days to months, months to year. Like that we have created. The Vedic thought process, the Vedic definition of all these time scales is different. Like it says one nimisha. Like we say one nimisha. One nimisha means the time scale is 0.213 of a second. That is 1 nimisha. It's like nanoseconds. 0.213 seconds is equal to 1 nimisha. 15 nimishas is 1 kashta. 30 kashtas is 1 kala. 30 kalas is 1 muhurta. 30 muhurtas is 1 full day. So in one day there are 30 muhurtas. 30 days is 1 month, 12 months is 1 year. So you see, this 30-day conception is not a Western idea. We say the year is, no, our Vedic month is 30 days and 12 months is 1 year. This is our Vedic understanding. Not something new that only the Westerners have given us. Now, somebody can do research in all these things academically. One Mahayuga. That means one Mahayuga is one Yuga cycle. Like all the 4 Yugas. Satya, Treta, Dwapara and Kali. They are one Mahayuga. And that is how much? 4.32 million years. 4,32,000 is one Kali Yuga. 8,64 is Dwapara. Like that, double you go, total it will come to 4.32 million years is one Yuga. What is one mantra? One mantra will be 306.72 million years. So like that, there is a old timeline in which we'll stop here if there's any question, comments. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की.